Hello, what's up, YouTube, and welcome to my channel. Everybody who watches Egyptian Doll, shout out to her. She's always tagging in first, and shout out to my wife Trista Jones, who's always watching and supporting. Shout out to the other XJWs, all of them. I cannot name because this is kind of like spur of the moment, but one person name who is right now on my mind is Marcus Vaughn, the ex Bethelite. Y'all bear with me, my nose kind of stopped up, and it doesn't help. I smoke with cigarettes, but anyway, he was talking about like the background of like the governing body and stuff like that, and he was talking about Garrett Loesch, and it made me think about this one brother when I was in the conversation. They called it the society back then, but when I was a part of the conversation, uh, I was in the Memphis, Tennessee area, and it was this one brother. And for the sake of privacy, we'll call this brother Marcus. Marcus was a single circuit overseer, and he was going on his sixth year as a traveling overseer. He was the only overseer in the Memphis, Tennessee area. Single. Marcus was not a looker. If you could imagine, kind of like Homer Simpson minus the beard, but my skin complexion. You know, I always been modest about how I look. And when I was a part of the conversation, there were sisters throwing themselves at me. And it was good for one point because I'm a shy individual. It helped me to engage women. But it got harder because them women didn't really want a conversation. They just wanted a license to have sex. And I wasn't down with that because I'm like, what if I don't like the sex? Here I'm stuck with life in our business. Mm-mm. So, anyway, back to old Marcus. And the reason why I'm telling you this story is because I just so happened to be sitting at the table when, or shortly, Marcus got this request to marry. And they gave Mr. Marcus several meetings where they read him scriptures to reprove his way of thinking, to, taste and see that Jehovah is good. Now, I knew that Mr. Marcus was gay. I knew it. I knew by looking at him. Now, me and Mr. Marcus wasn't friends. He never even came to my circuit. My particular Kingdom Hall, excuse me, but he was in my circuit. And so, like I said, just one look at him and you could tell that he was chasing fruit. He wasn't a fisherman. He was chasing fruit. He was he was overweight. He was goofy. He was twangy. And when I say twangy, if you let him be himself, after a while you hear that hey in his voice. He was twangy, very feminine, very flamboyant. And this was outside the Kingdom Hall. Now, within the Kingdom Hall structure, whether it was a get together or something like that, he kept it together. I was only at two get-togethers around Mr. Marcus, and both were in Memphis, Tennessee, and he managed to keep it together. But I also noticed that that second time that night, he kept staring at certain brothers. Now, not just any penny brothers; these were ministerial servants and elders. You know, they had to have a title for him, and he knew how they put on for him. So he was just trying to, loop the circles just enough so that one of them could whoopsie daisy, hokey pokey, stick it in and take it out and go on about your business. He was looking for a lot of hokey pokey. He had made one comment to me that I felt was uncomfortable. That was at our first gathering around each other. And one of my friends, he was joking with me because he knew a couple sisters there like me. He put me on the spot. He said, "Brother, go on in up with a prayer." He was laughing. He was about my age, but he was already a ministerial servant. Me, I didn't want no part of it. Every time they tried to, how they say, be more privileges, I always found a way to question them and say, "Look, what am I really doing this for?" You see what I'm saying? If it's for Jehovah, then me coming to the meeting is enough. Me coming to the Kingdom Hall, going out in field service, giving talks, that's enough. And that's what me, that's how my way outside of the conversation. Back to Mr. Marcus and my dear friend, he said, anyway, he joked, "Yeah, that's how you pray." And, they laughed. Another friend of mine said, "Yeah, it better be a good prayer because you supposed to be a ministerial servant by now." And they just, oh, they laughed. We got ready to bow our heads, and I started to lead them closer to Satan. This circuit overseer, Mr. Marcus, he blurts out and says, "And get on your knees." Everybody who kind of raised up with eyebrow like, and I know this because I was one of them, and I thought I was the only one. I looked around like, yeah, he said that. A circuit overseer said that. A single circuit overseer said that. A goofy, flamboyant, feminine circuit overseer said that. You ain't throwing no innuendos at all these sisters in here throwing innuendos at you. At the end, you're going to say, "Yeah, you got the potential to be an overseer." So, the reason why I made is kind of like Marcus' video really brought this memory back. It was suppressed. I said at the time, I was fully bought in. Man, if anyone knows about the streets of Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm not from Memphis, but yet I went down to Memphis to go out in field service several. I worked the toughest territory that they had, the most seldom worked territory. Every time I showed up, they knew that some territory cars that had dust on them was gonna get worked. I was fully bought in, y'all. I was so bought in, I was one of them Jehovah's Witnesses that if I had a return visit, oh, I'm coming back. I don't care how long I gotta travel, hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, one way. Man, I'm coming back. I'm finna teach you something about Jehovah and Christ Jesus and their kingdom and save your life. Now, fortunately, never turned over one Bible student. I talked to a lot of people. I debated a lot of people about the Bible. And even to this day, everyone that I come across that I remember, I let them know that, hey, I'm sorry. And they look, say, man, you got a good memory. I don't even remember you. I don't remember that. I tell them I do, and I tell them exactly where we was at, and they say, damn, we were right there on your doorstep. Yeah, and I apologize to them. Now, that's one of the things that helped me get over some of the damage that they've done to me, because they don't care. The witnesses don't care. You have to talk to the people who you almost misled, the people who you almost twice guilty. You know, you have to try to undo your wrongs. And I think that's one of my sanity. And if there was any advice I had to offer to anybody, that would be it. Not to approach the witnesses, because right or wrong, they don't care. But approach the people who, like the territory that you used to work, if you still stay in the town that you left your organization or conversation, and then yeah, you know, go around that town, go around that old territory, go around them old people who knew you as being one of Satan's worshipers, and you tell them the truth. You tell them the truth. You let them know that, man, I was misled. You know, you'd be surprised. You might find more help and more care and more love than you really expected to. Because I did. I sure did. I found out there's just something wrong with religion. There's something wrong with the way every religion teaches us to think. We look past the people that we really need to be focused on, and we focus on the people that we really need to just walk past. So, you know, those are my little 15 minutes coming up. But yeah, I always try to keep mine brief. I always tell people, and I mean this, no matter what you believe, just believe. I won't knock you for it. Even if you believe that I'm a quack. Okay. But belief makes the spirit strong. And we all will continue to look out for each other, and do a better job than what religion is doing for us. So, love y'all. Take care of yourselves. I'm making them, and hopefully keep y'all smiling and entertained. Peace.